Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And we're picking up on the 15th of July 1963, which is about a month and a half on from the end of the last video. Now, the game's on pause for a reason which I'll explain in a little while. But before we get started, as usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me a lot to think about. One thing I am very happy to report is the fact that it seems that the copyright dispute has been resolved. That means that the Workers and Resources Soviet Republic is now available on Steam again, and hopefully we should be due a community report this week, so hopefully we might get an update on waste management. Now, I want to talk very quickly about waste management, and that simply because I'm a little bit worried about whether I'm going to be able to actually integrate it into this series, but that will depend once we get more information about what the costs are going to be. So what may happen in the future, well, when the new update goes into beta, what I might do is a mini series while we actually look at the mechanics of waste management so I can really understand it. And then what will hopefully, by the time the update drops into the stable branch, we might be in a position to be able to integrate it into this playthrough. But I must admit, I am a little bit worried about that. Anyway, so what I want to do in this part is two things. The first thing, which is the reason why the game's on pause, is I want to talk a little bit about farming. So this is going to be a follow-up video to the one that I did previously, where I talked about sowing. And what we're going to be doing is actually looking at the harvesting. And then the other objective is going to be actually getting our first train up and running, because we are very close with the track. But however, I'm aware that it's probably going to take right through almost to the winter to get the track finished, for a reason which I'll explain later on. And therefore, what I may have to do is chop some sections out of the video just so that I can get it down to a length that's, well, acceptable to watch. Anyway, first things first, why is the game on pause? Well, you can see here that we are on the 15th of July. Now, technically, what should be possible is that the harvesters should be able to come out if there are fields available. You can see up here we've got fields waiting to be harvested, but there's no harvesters coming out at the moment. Now, if I come back over to here, if I come back over to the other far corner, apologies for going across the map. If I show you here that we are, I think that there's just one field that's very close to being available to harvest. I don't know if you guys can actually see it, but there's just a very narrow sliver there. And you can see the rest of these aren't quite ready to go. You can see here, so they're not, the harvesting cycle hasn't finished. And I think that is down to the fact that these farms don't have really fast combines in them. You can see here we've only got the one good one. So what I really need to do is replace these Fordson tractors there. And you can see here what we could probably do is replacing some of these old tractors with the faster tractors. Now, what I want to do is we're going to go back up north, and I'm just going to let the game run, because up here I know that we've got a couple of fields ready to go. So we're just going to let the game run, and you can see we got fields here, but I don't think that I've really got enough harvesters here, so I'm just going to let the game run faster. And what I am going to do is I'm going to buy another combine and another covered hole up here. So we're going to buy one of those and another covered hole. Yeah, we've hit the 16th of July, and now we've got the combines coming out. But it seems we've only got two. That's interesting. So it's almost saying, yeah, these ones aren't quite finished yet. So at the moment we've only got two medium fields ready to go. Okay, obviously the other fields are now coming in. But the other thing you want to notice here is the fact that the way this farm works is all the covered holes are actually inside the farm. the farm allocates one covered hole for it to support each harvester, which means that effectively what happens is that as this goes up, this truck fills up with crops. We'll just let this run and I'll just try and show it to you. So what you'll see here is that this truck is filling up. He's got 4 more tons to go. Oh, we've got 1 more ton to go. Comes the new harvester in. But of course he's not. You see that the lorry is now going back to drop off in the farm, in which will then go through into the silo. And you can see that the crops actually start to pile up here because the harvester doesn't wait for the truck not to come. And then if we come in here, what you'll see is the truck that's been allocated, which is this one here, would go back into this field, and then he will pick up the 5 tons and then wait. So that is the farm working with all the covered holes inside of the farm itself. Right over in the corner, if these guys have started harvesting, yeah, they've got one here now. Now the way this farm is set up, in fact there's 2 farms here, a small farm here and a big farm there, is that you'll see that you've actually got the harvester here, but the difference here is that what you've got is the actual covered holes are coming from the distribution office. So what you can get here is the fact that these won't leave until they get enough crops in here, but then what will happen is one will go backwards and forwards. But the advantage with this system is that if you've got the harvester gets ahead of the pickup, what will happen is that the distribution offices will cover the excess as long as they've been allocated. So hopefully that makes sense. But you can see this is now got going, and we're just going to let it run. And what we're going to do now is I'm just going to give you an update with the railways. The railways are proving a little bit of a nightmare, to be honest, because the electrification hasn't gone as fast as it should have done, because the trains kept tripping over each other. Let me just see. Yeah, we're down to 3. Got 1 there. I think this guy's now reached here, so what we need to do is get that there. The other thing I've noticed is that this is not this needs to be electrified as well. Let me just see. I need to get that electrified up to this point. I need this done with this bit here. But the real problem's going to be up here because of the way that the track is set up. But the thing that's really slowed things up a bit is the fact that the electro components are taking a little while to come in and get done. Now, something else I've actually done and allocated here is that off camera I was thinking a little bit about how we're actually going to get the train and the wagons into here, and I think I've got it worked out. But the thing that did occur to me is that if I signal up these lines, because of course we're going to need to add more trains after all this has been signaled up, it suddenly occurred to me that I'm going to need this little connection here. Now this is purely theoretical, but I think I'm going to need it, because if I'm going to be using a train from the depot to deliver wagons to here, the train will come in on this line, but to go back he's got to be on this line. But once you put the train into the rail distribution office, they pick the lines up themselves. Thought that was allocated. Let me just check. As I say, it's been a little bit of a nightmare. Oh, I think it's this guy who's going to go here, but of course he's got to do the full job, so he's got to come out, lay the track, go back, and then do that bit there. So things are rough. Beyond that, things are generally... Oh, another problem I've found is up here, and I want to do a little bit of work up here as well with respect to... Well, I found a bit of a problem here, but it's actually... Oh, these guys have actually built it. When I was tidying the footpaths up here, I actually disconnected this one of them. Actually, we don't need that one now. That's a little bit of an experiment for me to see if I could actually get that in there. Yeah, so I wasn't getting any workers into here to actually pick up some cut wood. And the other thing I'm thinking is to get another minibus, another couple of minibuses on this. Let me just see, or something that's a bit bigger. But I think minibuses could be better. I mean, they're all. This is an 8-1. This is a 90. I think we're going to get a couple of micro buses. We'll just let them come out to there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this intervals, and then when we get to say about towards the end of October, we'll start tracking it a little bit more detail. Just because I want to know how many of these fields don't get fully harvested by the 4th of December. That is the current situation. You built this out here, but I've been looking at this, and we got this is now ready to go. We can put quarried stone here, but I'm a bit worried about how long it's going to take us to get the power out to here. And I'm not even sure that I've actually got these jobs allocated. So I just want to try and push to there. I thought I'd put in a line. Where is it? I'm sure I put a substation in here in the last part. Got one there. Is there a substation here? Because I want to get. Okay. We need to get power. I thought I'd put this power line in, but obviously not. We need to get power to this, so we're gonna have to come off of here. See if I can stretch that as far as I can go. Pick that one out. Stretch you to about there. Get you to there. Let's accept that. Make sure this is all connected through. Always hard to see these power cables. That's 4, isn't it? And want that there built in. If I can get some gravel production up and running here, things will be really good. The rest of what's going on here is fairly stable. Just check the happiness here. You can see here the happiness is up to 84%, and the reason for that is the fact that the television station, let's pick you up here, we'll route up. These microbuses should be in here now. Hopefully that will guarantee the workforce into here, and that will actually give a few more jobs to this area, because we've got a bit of an unemployment problem here. You can get to full employment. Make sure we've got, as I say, if we click on some of these buildings, you see that we do have a little bit of an unemployment problem. Beyond that, everything is okay. What I will do while I'm thinking about it, well, it looks like we might need another fuel distribution-y thing out here. Is I will add you to here, and we'll put this to 100%. That won't deliver the fuel here until it's actually got power, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Now the next step, actually, sorry, So apologies that I'm going to be jumping all over the map, but as I say, the railway is proving a little bit of a nightmare. It's all the odds and ends that need to be done. Right, we're down to one track, and that's actually where are you? So you're laying the track into there, which is what I want. Now, we got 4 trains, and what I'd like to do is start working on this area. You running up. That track broken? No, it's not. Okay. Right, I've lost the rail construction office. Right, let's see where the track layers have got to. Over here. Right, they've finished that. I need... Right, we've got to start laying the track up there. Right, this has been laid. Why is there no connection? Been laid through to there. That's been laid through to there. That's been laid up to there. That's been laid into there. I think we've got a problem there. Right, it's that bit there that needs to be. It's got to come up to here and then back into this bit here, because it can't come up that side. It's the backtrack bits that can be a bit of a problem. There's also no, that's electrified. That's good. You just need to get those connections in to there. Right, just let the game run. Now, while everything's chugging along quite nicely, what I want to do is a little bit of planning over here, because we've got this area here is being built. Oh, something else I noticed as well. We need that connected. And what we got allocated job wise here, I want this built because, and that built as well, and of course we need that as well, because what I'm going to want to do to start with is we're going to put the fuel into here, because until we build the port there's no point putting there, but we're also going to need to put the bitumen tank in as well. In fact, I think we will allocate that and that as well. We've got lots of over 21, so we can afford to let them move into here. There are, we got a building that's on fire. No game, no. Feeling we need more fire engines. How many fire engines got that? Took a little bit. Okay, we're going to get a couple of extra fire trucks in here, because I don't think that was enough for 2 fire trucks wasn't enough. Right, now what I've done off camera is I've planned some roads out here to get this connected, because I wanted to measure out the safe distance from the oil refinery to the what would be the edge of town, because obviously the oil refinery will put out a lot of pollution. Just to show you that there was, you see this will produce 34.2 tons of pollution per year, which is way over the top. And so what I did is I measured this up to here, and you can see This is just about 860 meters, which is, so all our residences are going to have to be on this side of this road, but we can still put some general infrastructure in here. So this is the reason why I put this road in, to mark the kind of edge of town. And I was thinking about how we're going to get the workforce from there to here to actually man the refinery. Now this is long term, and I've kind of thought about two things. One is trams. So I'm kind of thinking possibly a tram route coming down here, because we got a nice source of power. But I think to put a tram stop in, we'd need a fairly big tram stop, wouldn't we? Like that. Is that the large one? We could put a tram stop there, and then actually, I think I will put one in. I think maybe we should go for trams like that, so we can have a tram stop there. Or will a conveyor be will be cableway be more efficient? And then we could bring the tram route down here. Actually, I suppose it might pay to see what type of trams we've actually got available. Let me just see. 75, 80, 60 kilometers an hour, 90 passengers, 45 kilometers an hour, 68 kilometers an hour. The problem with trams is they're not that fast. But what I could do is, if we go back over to here, and this is partly the way I'm thinking, is that we could run a dedicated tram line smack up the center to here, and then go in and have a pickup point. What do you think, guys? Trams or cableways? The nice thing about a cableway is that if I put a cableway in, you will get a regular supply of workers into here. In fact, we could double down and do both, couldn't we? I think I'm going to do both. No, we're going to go for trams just as an experiment. I mean, I mean, a fantastic thing would be metro, but I don't think we could build that underneath. It would cost too much. Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking. Any opinions, feel free to chuck it in the comments and see how we can go. The other thing I'm also considering is chemicals, chemical plants out here, because we got gravel, and chemical plants don't need that much gravel. They only use 0.72 tons. We can make the woods. The problem is the crops, and well, we'd have to have a farm up there. But I'm thinking possibly I'm thinking possibly a chemical plant over here, so it's near the oil. There's so many things to think about. That's the problem. Now, the other thing that we can put it, I'm kind of thinking about, and I'm going to be a little bit sneaky here. Or not sneaky, I just want to try something, because all tracks, they will go underneath that road. Because what I'm considering is I want a port here for general goods, because obviously up here we're going to go up, but I want a rail connection, because I want to move things out, and I just want to have that option to move things about. We're on the 5th of September. You can tell that because the ground is starting to go a little bit specular. So what I'm thinking is medium cargo port, possibly about here. Bank's a bit steep, isn't it? What's the... Okay, it's not enough. Let me just see. Can we push the... What's the terrain like? Yeah, the terrain's a bit icky. But what we might be able to do is just get a bit of back. Let's ease off that. Ah! This is not going according to plan. Try and get rid of this bump. Just use the old road. Just kind of smooth that out a little bit. Must admit, I haven't used this for quite some time. Okay, back to the port again. Put you back in again. And take the road out. We now got the road out there. Now this could get a bit tight, but what I would like is a warehouse. I'm going to use this one. That road's going to be in an awkward position, isn't it? But then again, I don't want to use the road connection. Actually, I could. If I put this, say, like that. Or it's dropping down the ground a little bit. Like that. And then we move that road a bit out the way. What happened to the... I get you a bit closer to the port. Try this again. Get you in very close like that. Put the connection getting up. It's a bit of a problem. This isn't going to work. The terrain is not good enough. If I push this back a little bit, like this. Because we're getting a bit of a ramp up there. Okay, so let me just check the port. Or will it just be... No, this bank's just as bad, so... Right, we'll just put the medium cargo port in. And then what I'm going to do is... use this to... Ah, nope, no, don't do that. Just... Right, we'll just try again. First you don't succeed, give up. Right, that now fits quite nicely in there. And hopefully this will now angle you up a little bit like that. You have to pull you back a little bit because the track is gonna have a problem going up there. Now this port isn't going to be the busiest of ports, so I don't think we need to worry too much about and that can come that way. And you think we're kind of push the road up a little bit in case I want to put some more ports below. And you can come through like that. And you can come there. And then you can run through like that alongside this track, and you can run up that and do it. Try and make this look a little bit tidier. You can come there, and then you can run round there. Nice if you could get under this bridge. Yep. And you can hook into there like that, and we'll just accept that. And then the road can just go straight out. Up there. Right, we can cross there, which is not quite so bad. And then we can put a road connection into there and a road connection into there. And then somehow we can just run the road out. We'll probably just run it to about there. Oops. So we've got a port here, as I say. Most of what we'll be exporting and importing from here will come from maybe something like possibly prefabs and other bits and pieces, and it can go out from here. But more important, it's going to be bringing in other goods which we may need, like electronics and chemicals and stuff that won't be manufactured in this area. Right, what now? The next thing I was looking at, and I'm trying to work out a way that we could possibly get some track laid up here. So I've got this connection to the border, and of course we're going to need to purchase trains. So I was thinking that what we can do is put in a rail depot here. We can just sneak in a rail depot about there. Something like that, and that can come out to about there, and we should be okay with that. So we'll have that running to there, and we're just, I mean, this strictly is only a service road. The only possible downside is if we get a fire. But and the other thing I'm also considering, but I'm not going to plan it just yet, is a rail construction office, possibly in this area, because it's be close to there. The problem's going to be bringing in the steel, so we're going to need to get some income going to get that done. Actually, we need this built as well. I think we can just go for a gravel road there. How are we doing here? No power supply. What's up with this? Oh, so if I actually build that, and we'll get that connected. So we're looking good over here. We'll have this built into here. This built here. We've now got power. Well, no power here, but I think what we can do is actually buy an excavator. And what we got here, 33 28. Buy one of those. Flash out 47,000 for that. Now we're going to go back to perennial problem of the rail track. Thank you, game. Let me just find the rail construction office and see how well these guys are actually doing and whether they're actually keeping up with their jobs. Right, we're down to 2. That one's over there and that one's up over there. Right, what itty bitty little bit of track have you not built up here now? Go there. I say it's the fiddly bits that always take the time. You're built there. I need that built and that built. We need to build that. In fact, I don't know if I need to build this. We could build out directly to there. Right, this is built to here. We need that built, then we've got to build in these little bits here. Then hopefully we will get a track connection to there. Yeah, I'm thinking if I can build all the way through to there, then the track layer can come up here and work on this brick, this kind of aqueducty thing here. Not aqueduct, viaduct, sorry, not aqueduct, what am I on about? Doesn't carry water. Then we may not have to build this, which will save a bit of time. Right, now I'm just going to do a quick farm check now. So we're on the 27th of September. And we've got, see, here's an example of the distribution offices picking up the crops from there. Is basically what's happening. And if we go to, where is it? See, we got 5 tons in there. Just back there. 10 tons in there. So we've got that field cleared, that field cleared, that field cleared, this field cleared. And you can see the way that the crops are being picked up. And you can see that this is the advantage of distribution office, because this one here is just picked up and this one's already moving in, pick up the crops again. So what with distribution offices, the trucks respond to where the biggest queues are. Where if we go up to here, and if I show you up here, I don't know if you guys can see it because the text is a bit small, but what you're not getting here is any actual crops waiting in the fields, because each field is serviced by an individual truck. But what you can see here again is maybe we don't even have enough combines even now, because we still got them out here. I know we're out on the 1st of October. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we got? 1, 2. We got 6, 7, 8, 9 combine harvesters working at the moment. We still got fields that don't have any crops in. I'm actually gonna flash out very quickly, and we're gonna buy another one there and another truck, just to see if we can get this in. So the obvious bottleneck here is the actual trucks themselves. The harvesting process, because we got way too many fields here. And of course, you've got to remember, is the further out they go. So what we probably do need to do is actually asphalt some of these roads through the winter. Well, we'll see how we go. We still got 2 months to go. And maybe I've made a bit of a mistake by buying the extra harvester, but we'll give it a go. And we'll see how well it actually works. So we got that there. How we got for fuel? Fuel's good. I think food and clothes, well, that's fabric. It's food and alcohol's good. Want to check there. We got plenty of logs in there because we've now got a regular workforce coming out here, keeping this full, which is good. The happiness is up to 85%. While we're here, see if we've got this connected now. We've got no power supply here. Our excavator has just managed to get there. Where's the connection? Not power supply. Okay, they're still building these sections here. Okay, no problem. I mean, at the moment, I would like to get this area working. Well, we got a bus stop there, but we don't really need the bus stop because we can use minibuses to get the workforce into here. And what's the output storage here? 650 tons. So we don't really need to worry too much about getting this online just at the moment. Although technically, if I build the bus stop, we can then put the roads through here and get that done. And that might, yeah, I think we'll build the bus stop there. Just simply so that we can open up this road structure. Where's that road not going to anywhere? Got a road to nowhere. I think I'm just going to trim you back. We got no road here. We're going to need to get roads in. You've got, that doesn't seem to be connected as it is. Okay. I think I can get, can't get a road through there. That road is good. If I can hook that road, can't hook that road to that road there. Okay, what's causing right, that's not going there. You can come to there. You can come to there. You up that like that. You can come to there. I think we can put you to there. Redo this road here. We'll connect you to there. That gives us a through road to there. That, oh, that road goes that way. Okay, that's could be a problem. That one can come out that way. Just accept that. Let the guys auto detect that. Yeah, I think we can build this in this way, get that there. Is there any footpath connections here? No. And then we can build this through to here, but we need to build these roads into here first. Right, we got a connector there. What's this? This is a small barn. That's not particularly that important. This is related to helicopters. So we're on the 12th of October. Let me just Skype back to trains again. Right, this guy is... He's picked up that. I think we're going to quite happily leave him working on that. We're not going to worry about that. Right, let me just see this here. We've got the four trucks or tracks laying here. And this guy's coming into here. He's now working onto that. Remember, what we're going to do is have to do the two awkward bits there. While we're here, I just noticed that this doesn't have signals on it, and it has been electrified, so we'll just signal up this bit here, and then we're just going to have a chain signal on it. This one's going to be a little bit tight. That is the right side of the track, isn't it? Right hand drive, yep. Oh. Though strictly speaking, the trains coming in here will be a little bit will be quite short. I get you in a lot closer. Yep. A little bit maximum amount of length we can get from there. Yeah, there's a potential problem here, but there's nothing I can do about it. Moment these signals are there, but because he's got passed into here, that should be okay. So looking good here. Right, we're now on the 18th of October. I just want to keep an eye on things. Now, one thing I did have a bit of a concern with is this fire station. See, this fire station has a theoretical coverage out to here, but I'm a little bit worried about whether that will cover it in the winter, because there's a lot of roads here, and then some of them are gravel, and ideally I would like to fill these in. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I need another fire station in this area. But it's not like we don't have enough the workforce. So let me see, how far can you walk? You can walk as far as there. I'm just wondering if I put a fire station where we got here. I don't want anything that's particularly big. Oh, wow, that would be quite nice. Oh yeah, we're going to go with that. Why have you got no connection here? Oh no, that's the old substation, isn't it? We don't actually need that one anymore, so we can get rid of you. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Just suddenly occurred to me, I'm keeping some old buildings for respect to waste. Never mind, that's the way it goes. I'm not going to worry too much about that. What are you doing? You. You're delivering wastewater to there. Okay. You not connected? Oh, okay. Another failure. Okay. I thought I'd done that. Max high priority. That means that we've probably got, well, they're probably not producing that much in the way of sewage. It's 4%, but if I got it, I might as well build it. It's that type of little mistake that can catch you out and make life very difficult for you. Right, we're now on the 26th of October. Let's just go and do another quick check of our farms. See, this farm, this area is looking pretty good. Because we're on the 26th of October, we've got just over a month to get all our crops in. Let me just do the crop check here. Find a little bit of crops there. This one's empty. This one's nearly finished. This one's there. So the only real problem we've got is this field here. Because it's only just started harvesting. And 28th of October, it takes about 50 odd days So this one, we may have a small loss on it, which we could fix later on once we got the money by actually upgrading our combines. I don't think that these ones, these combines here are particularly, these are the MDN22s. I think we could upgrade those with, actually, we got any good combines in here? Yeah, we got the Matadors. So what I could do is spend a bit of money of our dollars and actually replace these with the Matadors, and that would mean that we would harvest a bit quicker, because these fields are being done by these slow machines, and I mean they've done a pretty good job in their own way, because they're all the slow machines. So I think if we get a couple of Matadors in here to pick this up, we can certainly get all the crops from this area. Now this area isn't quite so good. We have got, now these medium fields will definitely get harvested, simply because they will be finished, because they take about 18 days, and that'd be by the middle of November. This one is nearly finished, so they're all except for this one, which is still waiting. So we're going to lose crops from this one, because this one hasn't even started yet, but it's a long way out. But the rest of these are going quite good. They're over 50%. So I think we're looking pretty good to get as much out of this as possible. We're going to have to keep an eye on the crops here for the season. How much fuel reserves have I got? We may have to be a bit more tight-fisted with respect to our fuel supplies. Is this, do we have power up here now? Yes, we have power. The power. No workers. Quarried stone. Not store, export, quarried stone. Yep. Right. So what I need now is, I think we're going to go for direct routes from the beginning. Oh, we got a new vehicle type. What are you? Tractor OC 650. The trouble is the tractor's not going to be any better than the ones that we've already got, but we'll take a quick look to see if it is. It looks like it might be a Western tractor. Right, while we're here, I want some dumpers. Capacity. Okay, we're gonna have to use these. They're not going to win great amounts of water. I've got to be a bit careful here. I'm just going to buy 2 to get started, because we've got to hang on to the money for our trains. I'm just going to wait for these guys to get out and fuel up. So our trucks are here. I had a little bit of a hiccup in the sense that I didn't actually assign them to the depot. So let's get here, and you can pick up here. Quarried stone. Make sure you've got power. Whoops. Thank you. And you can drop off the quarried stone there. Open that route up. Not that it makes that much difference, because we're only hauling dumpers. And we'll pick up this route. Now, of course, there's a flaw in what I'm doing here at the moment, in the fact that we don't have a gas station out here for our dumpers. So what I'm going to need to do is got you there, and I think we're just going to put a very small gas station in here, but this isn't going to be optimized at the moment. Where I just put you, make sure you've got power, just drop you in there. let that road get built. And what we got here. This is a bit of a waste, isn't it? We need that built. I'll make that my priority. Right, we've now got gravel there, but I think because winter's coming, I'm not going to worry too much about that. What I'll probably do is set this up in the spring, because we need the workforce. And plus the fact we need to finish this and actually get some quarried stone into here. Buildings without power supply. That's out of range. I thought you were in range. Oh, this could be inconvenient. I think just as a quick fix, so that we got power out here, is on a geothermal plant. We'll just put a very small wind turbine out here, just to get that going, or get that built. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a kludge, but I think at the moment I can tidy things up later on when we put the other power supplies in. I'll be honest, I'm running out of time on the video, and I want to get the rail line set up because it's quite important, because I want to confirm in my head what I think I know. Put 2 of those on there for the moment. Now, what we should be doing, right, we've now built that, so we've now moved up to that. Let's see what my other trains are doing. This guy's still building into here, which is good. And the other one is probably building out this way. Should be. Oops, I think you've got a little bit over ambitious. Cancel that. I want you to go out that far. New vehicle type. This actually looks a bit like a steam train. Oh, that's cool. I think I don't want this guy running off through the winter, so I think what we'll do is we'll get you coming round and you can build into here through the winter. In the next part, we're probably going to need to work on this area, so that we can get this connected. We're now on the 18th of November. Being built. I'll keep you in there. Get that done and built. We'll probably do a technical office down here as well to try and keep the snow at bay, but the trouble is I don't know if I've left myself enough slots or gaps to put a technical office in actually. Yeah. Well, there we are. We can, let's get a technical office, but the trouble is that isn't connected through. Yeah, a little bit of a miscalculation here. I don't know if I've got a smaller technical office. Let me just see. Technical services. We could put in a smaller one like that. Put you in. Can you connect? If I put you, say if I put you there. No. Not flat. Okay. We need a flat area. There's a bit of a flatty area here. Comes the snow. Can you get in there? No infrastructure. Now I can't see what I'm doing. Oh well. We could possibly put one in here, though there's a power line through there. But, oh, that's not. Oh, that's the backup power line, isn't it? Actually, we need that into there. Forgot to build that. Actually, we'll build both of them, because this may draw a lot of power. Can I get a technical office in there? I'm gonna have a problem with a technical office. Last thing I expected. Anyway, guys, we're now on the 23rd of November, and we're just gonna look here, and you can just see here, if we let the game run, we've still got fields that are this field is definitely going to get lost. This one, we might get all of this one if we got some better combines. And if we come up to here, and yeah, this one, we're probably going to lose some of this one. We've got that one, that one, that one, and that one. But I definitely feel that we can solve this problem by replacing these things in here. Are you actually in the depot? Yep. So we sell you, and then go to dollars, and we'll buy Matador. What's the combines here? Yeah, this one's got Matadors. So what we could probably do is speed the process up a little bit by replacing some of these old tractors, but don't want to do that yet because we've got the railway to deal with. Okay, we're down to 3. Right, these are both built. Right, let me just check this. These are built, these are built, these are built. I want to do a quick check to make sure we've got everything. That's all red. Good. This is all red. That's all red. What about that one? Oh, no, wait, stop it. That's red. And I'm pretty sure about all this area. That's all red as well. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I've got to signal this up. So that's going to mess up the what we call it, the guy here. I don't think I need this. We're going to take this out because it's just going to be an unnecessary complication. Right, what we're going to need to do is let this guy get up into here, because otherwise he's going to get trapped on the wrong track. So right, he is up into there. We're going to pause the game. Now comes fun time, because what we've got to do is change these signals of the up track. Oops. It's got to be one there. It's going to be a chain signal, and then we'll have chain signal going that way, chain signal that way, chain signal that way, that back that way, that way. I think I'd like to have that there to emphasize. We got chain signal there. What have we got here? We just like, oh, they're the actual buffers. Like to get that a bit nearer. That's a chain signal that way. It's that way, that one's that way. Move you. Now, this one doesn't need a signal as such. What I have to do is put mixed signal there. And a semaphore there. Should work. You should come into there, these should come into there, and that should come out that way. I mean, this connection here is only needed for the train that's going to deliver the wagons to the distribution office. So this could all go wrong. We come here. Yep. Come in there. This guy, now he's up there. We can put a signal that way. And we can put mixed signal there. Actually, we can put a chain signal there. Right, we're through to here. You only need that line there. You need that line there. Trying to keep the game on pause because I'm trying to do several things at once here. So that will go into this depot. This depot doesn't need a crossover because that will be the... That's the wrong way round. That needs to go that way. That would be the inline. This would be the outline. You're going to come that way. Oops, there's a signal there. So you're going to go that way. You're going to go that way. You're going to go that way. You're going to come that way. No, you're going to come that way. And you're going to go that way. You're going to go off that way, which comes into there. You're going to need a chain signal there. We've already got the mixed signals there, so you just need that bit out there. And then to come into here, need a chain signal there, mixed signals there. I mean, strictly speaking, we don't really need this crossover, actually, come to think of it, because the train will come in here and just go straight into there, and we could possibly take that crossover out. Okay guys, we've now got this done. Now before we play about with the trains, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly run through to the 4th of December so that you guys can see the consequences at the end of the winter cycle. This one's probably not quite so graphic, so let me just go over up to here. And I'm just going to let the game run through. We've got about another 4 days, and I'll come back just as it's about to hit winter. Okay, we're just coming up on the 3rd of December. You can see this field is, there we are, it's just hit. And we've lost, so effectively we lost a medium field over here, and most of this field, and most of these, and a little bit from these fields. So I probably, if I bring in another combine harvester, that should cover everything. I think we've just got enough space for one more combine, one more truck. And then if we come over here, we lost one field here. which I'm pretty certain that we can be fixed by the fact that we've now got matadors in here. So the matador, not matador in here, and we just see we got matadors in here. So if I come in here, 358,000. So if I sell you and make sure we sell the right one, sell you and sell you, then we're buy 1, 2, 3 of those. And what that means is we've got the tractors, and if we put better tractors in here, that should make a big difference. And we got matadors in there. So that shows you how the full seasonal farming works. Now we're going to play with trains, and this guy's a bit confused. Okay, what's up with you? That's an indication that we might have a signaling problem. Yeah, there's a problem there. So just make sure he gets sorted out. Yeah, so that signal was back to front. Right, so we're now down on the theory of trains. We only got just over 3 million, so we can't get too carried away. Now, I've never done this before, so I've got absolutely no idea what's going to happen. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a quick save. Right, so that we've now saved the game, simply because I can't afford to waste the money. Rubles, we need an electric locomotive. We want something with some speed, 7,500 kilometers an hour. I think we might as well get this CHS45E. Now, what that should do is bring the train in from the border. Wow, he's cracking along quite quickly. I want to set the rail distribution office up, and what I want to do is run from this area here, because we've got a nice pile of mechanical components in here and bricks. So our first cargoes that we're going to use is going to be mechanical components and bricks, which means that we're going to need to come in here, get some cargo wagons. I think I'll get 2 box cars and 2 open wagons here. Now comes the fun bit. This is the bit that I've not done before. And what I want is for you pick up from there, and of course you can't pick up any goods because you are in the depot, and I want you to go there, and then I want you to go back to the depot. Okay, so here we go. Speed up. So we're going to play follow the train now, because one of the downsides of realistic modes is effectively we need a spare loco to actually move things around with, like wagons. So we've got a problem with the signaling. We've got a signal there, signal there. It says there. Okay, are you going to be happy? And I think we're going to try and get a snapshot here as well while we're at it for the thumbnail. Actually, I think it looked pretty cool. If we get it you about here, we're just going to bring you down here. Oops, stop. And we're just going to zoom in, press G. Actually, can we get it slightly above? So there's our first train. Press G again. So you're now going to go into there. And this is why, if you watch now, he will drop off the wagons. And you'll see that he's on this track. So if I hadn't put this slip road in, he wouldn't have got back to the depot. And as far as I know, you can't allocate a train that's in a distribution office to the thing. So next thing we're going to have to do is then send you back to here. Of course, he's got completely free reign to run around this place as much as possible. And of course, this time, if you watch, because he's allocated, he will now disappear. And what does it say without power? Oh, that's because there's no power supply inside of the building, I don't think. I don't think that makes a difference. Hope not. Otherwise, life is going to get a little bit interesting. You're going to pick up bricks and there. And you're going to go to... Well, we got fire, bricks, and mechanical components. We've now got our train running. Okay, just minimize that down. I just want to follow him so that make sure, and hopefully he will get a free run with respect to the what we call it, the construction trains, and he's going to come into here. Now it's going to take him a little while to load up. Open this up. Let me zoom out a bit. As you see, what he's picking up is both the mechanical components and also he's filling up with bricks. We've got over 100 tons of bricks, so he's going to pick up a full load of bricks here. So what I'll do is I'll just wait for this to go through, and I'll be back once we go back the other way, because I want to make sure that the track, because I want to make sure that the train can get back to the border. So just get into here. Okay, we're just about to fill up with bricks and we're off again. And we're just running, just minimize that down a bit. And of course, they won't be using the distribution office anymore, or they shouldn't be. Well, the construction trains might, but the normal trains shouldn't. A little bit of a bump there. I'll do an imitation of a snake there. And as you just see here, we've got a cargo worth about 200,000, but of course it won't be worth that much because that's because we got 57 mechanical components in there. The future exports won't be quite so profitable, but this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is play through as usual to the end of February, but until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.